Oh mate, let me not even sit here and lie. Today I had an absolute mare. Absolute mare. Oh my god. I left for the gym at 1:30 and it is now 6:30 and I've just got home. That's not cool. That's not cool. But anyway, we move. Like, every cloud has a silver lining and it ended really fucking well. But today I lost focus, overindulged in fucking chatting to people, which was fun, man. Like, it was nice to see some faces I hadn't seen in a little while. Very rare. Worst part about it was I fucked up with the footage, which was just so jarring, beyond jarring. I thought I'd recorded a load of footage that I hadn't recorded. I pretty much got to a point where I would have been kind of content to just call it a day. However, in the workout itself, I was like super positive about it because I saw that as like an excuse to just do more. And I was more in the headspace of like, well, okay, cool. Like, that footage doesn't exist because you thought you were recording and it wasn't. So let's just do a little bit more. Like, a little bit more work ain't gonna kill you at the end of the day. And I was arguably being a little bit lazy by preparing to call it a day, to be quite frank. I had more in me. I proved that with the work that I ended up doing. And yeah, so like, I mean, look, it turned out good. Don't get it twisted. I'm not happy about the fact that it's almost 7 o'clock and I'm only just getting home and I'm going to bed in like 3 hours, but it is what it is. Packing the calories now and move on. But yeah, the reason why I'm kind of stoked and kind of pumped from this workout, as fucking jarring as it was and as stupid as I was in this workout, but anyway, I was very, very pleasantly reminded that human beings are fucking amazing. And that means a lot from somebody who has had a fickle relationship over the last few years with human beings. Anybody who's consistently watched my videos or listened to my videos will know that, like, I've proudly embarked on a journey of what you could call solitude for the last few years, and wouldn't say like isolated myself and become like consciously become like a mad recluse that just doesn't see anyone. No, that's not the case. But I have consciously decided to take it upon myself over the last few years to spend a lot more time on my own, period. And that at some points took me to a place where I kind of like, I developed almost like, dare I say it, like I developed a little bit of hate in my heart towards the herd, what I considered the herd, like the people that get corralled by the shepherds that are whoever it may be that control the media and whatnot. Anyway, so that left a bitter taste in my mouth just with regards to humanity as a whole. However, in the last year and a bit, I've slowly opened up and kind of come out of that shell a lot more. And today was beautiful, man. Today was beautiful. Unfortunately, I didn't get any fucking recording of it, and it would have been so fucking amazing to have done so. I can't believe I fucked that opportunity up. But you will see the lady that is my fucking knight in shining armor and an absolute goddess, in my opinion, because of one simple thing. She saw a young man trying to do something and she felt like she could help, and she had the fucking cojones to come up and be like, yo, I think I can help. And to add to that, she couldn't even speak my fucking language, yet she still had the balls to do it. What a fucking G. Unfortunately, I didn't even get her name. I just was like uber grateful. Just thank you so much. She kept apologizing. I was like, nah, like, don't say sorry, man. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, I made a lot of progress from your help, even though we speak in different languages. And it was such a cool experience, man. I'm there like a fucking, like, looking like a, well, when I do it, I feel like a fucking meathead when I'm trying to fucking handstand, because there's no fucking grace or elegance about it. And so I'm there like doing my progression shit that I've been doing for a few days now. And I've noticed this woman is in my shot, And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna have to ask her if she minds being in my shot after I finish. And I noticed that she kept looking over at me, and so I was like, oh shit, she was probably pissed that she's in my shot. This is probably not gonna go well, but like we gotta do what we gotta do. Anyway, next thing you know, she's finished her warm-up spinning on her bike, and she's come over like, yo, I'm really sorry, like my English is bad, I'm from Ukraine, I've only been learning English 6 months, but like I used to work in the circus, and I can see that you're trying to do a handstand, like can I help you? And I was like, oh fuck yeah, like you worked in a circus, like that's insane. Okay, I wanted to like ask about the circus and hear some stories and shit, but I wasn't trying to make her feel uncomfortable for not being able to speak English. Anyway, her English was actually tight. The English that she had was tight, so I was just trying to like I was there like, bro, your English is good, like, chill man, like it's all good, don't apologize. And then she was just like, yo, I'm just gonna explain some things in Ukrainian, like just kind of follow my lead in it, like she's gonna Anyway, she did an amazing job of explaining shit. She was there chatting in Ukrainian, I was there speaking in English, but obviously using fucking common sense and just that instinct as a human being. She was demonstrating things to me, and I was figuring out what she was saying. She was explaining that I'm struggling with my shoulders, and she was showing me what I need to do and what I was doing. And then I asked her, do you think maybe I can't do that because my shoulders are tight? To which, this is a tangent that I'm gonna go off in a minute, to which she was like, oh, can I like put your arm up, like can I push your arm back, like asking if this is cool to touch me, which is just weird to me. Like, brother, you're trying to show, not what she said was weird, but I just hate the fact that we live in a society where she felt like she had to ask if she can fucking test my shoulder mobility. Like, we've already established you used to work in a fucking circus, so for that alone you're a fucking gangster. And not just that, you're trying to give me your time and your energy to show me how to do something, and you feel like you need to ask for permission to just fucking push my hand back to see what my shoulder mobility is saying. Anyway, we'll get there. So she's tested out like, oh no, it should be okay, figured out a few things, got me to try out a few things. I've struggled with a few things, and then she's gone full teacher mode, it was so sick. I felt like a naughty school kid, and like it just took me, like, I love learning, innit? I love learning, and I love having good teachers. I've always prided myself on being a really good student. So I've gone into like a handstand now against the wall, and she's like saying to be strong in my core, and to like be strong just around just my whole trunk area. And like a dickhead, I've just been super flimsy and floppy with it, and she's like now supported my leg to keep me balanced. And she's telling me like, no, stay strong, and she's like jabbing me in my stomach, and I'm like, shit, and I'm trying to tense my core and it's not working, and so I've come down now, gone up again to try it, flopped again, and then she's like, alright, cool, try this. She showed me the headstand. She was like, yeah, okay, do the headstand, same thing again. I've gone up for a headstand, and like just most kids and how we probably learn how to headstand, I'm just there letting all the weight go on my fucking head and my neck and shit, and through my arms, and my core is just flimsy and floppy as shit. And she's like, no, she's doing it wrong. Anyway, I've gone again now, and I've done it perfect, and she's just there, like she's lit up, like perfect. And then she's briefly explained, like, yeah, just spend some more time in that, learning how to brace your core and before you worry about the handstand. I'm like, alright, cool, thank you very, very much. She's super apologetic again for her English, and I shook her hand. I was like, no, don't apologize. I thank you. I appreciate it more than you can imagine. It was beautiful, man. It really was beautiful. But yeah, one thing I found, like, maybe again, like I look into things arguably a little bit too much at times. But like, especially in a culture like the gym, yeah, where like things can be very delicate, especially between the sexes, I find it insane that like this woman had come over to me, given me her time, given me her energy, and given me far more of a CV than I needed. Bro, you can come over to me and be like, yo, can I give you some pointers? I'm all ears, fam. Let alone, yo, can I give you some pointers? I used to work in the fucking circus. I'm here like, bro, you can impregnate me with all your teachings, fam. I am open to it. Anyway, it's mad to me, that in this environment, that like how careful we have to be in this day and age. Whatever happened to like moments like this where, well, you've just got someone who genuinely wants to teach somebody something, and an easy way to teach them is to use an element of touch. We're human beings. A lot of what we experience is through touch. Dogs experience the world through their nose first and their mouth second. That's why you see dogs do what to us is very weird shit. Like, they'll sniff something and they might lick it in order to experience it. Whereas us, we're sight and hands, okay? So a lot of our experience is experienced through the way we feel things with our hands, right? And we can communicate a lot to somebody, especially in the physical realm, in the physical environment, like, yo, this is what I'm explaining to you. And more importantly, if there's a language barrier, this is what I'm explaining to you, and I can use my hand to show you. Look, this ain't me trying to advocate any sort of fuckery. No, not at all. Like, bro, don't be trying to go to the gym, chat to a thing like, oh yeah, can I show you how to deadlift? Oh, you want to engage your glutes more. Next thing you know, you got your hand on the thing's glute. Don't be a dickhead. This is not what I'm getting at, innit? But when you're talking to the man then, when you're talking to the boys about certain things and you're like, oh yeah, you engage this part and you engage the lat, what's the first thing you do? You poke it. I was talking to a friend today at the gym, trying to help him engage his lats better on the deadlift. And then what am I doing? As I'm trying to show him, okay, I'm poking it so that he can get that mind muscle connection with his lat. And it just kind of makes, I don't know, man. I don't know why that jarred me so much, but like, I was just like, not in a weird way, and I hate the fact that I even had to say that. Yeah, that fucking touched me, bro. Like, fucking pull my arm back if you need to pull my arm back to test something, you know what I mean? If you fucking holding on to my leg is gonna help me in the handstand, go for it. If you jabbing my stomach is gonna help me in the handstand, fucking go for it. Like, you ain't gotta ask, you know what I mean? You're trying to help me do something. And like, I remember being taught something in school, yeah, which always stuck with me, and I thought it was so fucking valuable. And it's like, you gotta look at touch like a traffic light, right? We got green touch, which is completely acceptable, and you can feel like you get that instinctive feeling from the other person that this touch is okay, it's good, there's no ill intentions behind it. You get an amber one where you're not too sure, you can't quite figure it out, and you get a red where it's like, yeah, okay, cool, this touch is inappropriate, like, get the fuck away from me kind of thing. And to me, like, as long as the touch stays green, and like all of a sudden I'm in a handstand, you know, start grabbing up my ass or something like that, like, what? Like, there should be absolutely no problems here, like, at all. You shouldn't have to ask about it. Like, you're trying to teach me something, you're trying to show me something. Like, this is like, forget about the way we've been programmed societally and just teach me, bro. Just teach me, B. Like, there ain't nothing to it. There ain't nothing wrong with it. In the same way, I've had situations with a few friends of mine that I've made at the gym, and I've been trying to explain something to them, and I'm talking female friends here. I've been trying to explain something to them that could be made so much easier by poking a lat. And that's what I'm fucking talking about, because most of the time, when I actually think about it, in the gym, most people struggle to fucking engage their lats. So most of the time you find yourself explaining, like, yo, engage your lat. And like, it shouldn't be like, bruv, like it shouldn't be weird, yeah, for my friend to be like, oh yeah, like, even if she's female, yeah, I can see that you ain't engaging your lats more. So whilst you're doing this lat pull down, I'm gonna put my finger on it. Okay, cool. Look, I'm waffling now. I'm getting a little bit far past the point, and this ain't an excuse to go and be a fucking weirdo. Don't go and be a weirdo, innit? Right? But if you've established a friendship with somebody, whether they're the opposite sex or not, or somebody has established with you that they can help you with something, like, but don't be afraid to incorporate touch. Like, the gym is a physical realm, it's a physical environment. Obviously, we have to be appropriate with the way we do it, and we have to keep the traffic light green. We can't even go to amber. We can't, especially men to women. Don't even take risks for that. I personally never have, and I don't think I ever will. Like, it's not worth it, in my opinion. But I don't fucking know, innit? I come from a fucking grappling background. Touch is everything. It's all we experience. The first time we meet someone, bro, you could have your fucking face in their crotch, for fuck's sake. Your fucking balls sitting on their head because of yeah, it gets all kinds of funky and that shit. And that shit ain't fucking, you don't see no red, the only red lights you get in there is like, oh shit, this guy's gonna fucking kill me or snap my fucking leg or something. Anyway, this has been too long as it is. As you can see, it was an interesting day. I'll see you tomorrow.